has been run by Democrats, the Senate has been run by Republicans. And the governor's office has been split between the two offices. And over that time, we've had real mixed results in terms of the size of government and debt. We need to own up to that. The only time we're going to understand what our problems are and how to fix them is if we admit we have them. In 2000, we had roughly $2.5 billion worth of bonded debt on the books, and our employee pension plan was $500 million overfunded. Now, fast forward 10 years' time. Our bonded indebtedness has climbed to $10 billion, and our underfunded employee pension plan has gone to $34 billion underfunded in just 10 years. Our debt has grown to about $28,500 per taxpaying family in Kentucky in that time. Now, we can't continue to live on this track and expect Kentucky to be a better place to live. Forbes magazine recently ranked us as the worst run state in the nation. The worst run state in the nation. Now, do we want to continue to do the same things? Do we want to continue to elect the same people and expect different results? In many speeches I've heard, they say that's the definition of insanity. We have to stop that type of nonsense. We need people like the Rand Pauls that have gone up to Washington and talked about cutting $500 billion worth of spending. Instead of $35 billion, we need that same type of action at the state level. We need people in office like Phil Moffett and Mike Harmon who are going to do the things like Scott Walker has done in Wisconsin. He's their current governor. He's standing up to the pillars that are the political pillars that people say you can't fight. And he's standing up and saying, we can't live with this anymore. We have to stop spending this money. We have to balance our budget, or we will go bankrupt. And if we don't stop that now, it never will stop. Now, another corner of our platform is education, and this is where I got involved in public life. I started a scholarship program in Louisville called School Choice Scholarships. And School Choice Scholarships takes low-income kids out of Louisville state-owned schools and puts them in private schools. And these are the kids that the establishment says can't be educated. They come from very low-income families. They're minority students. They come from very chaotic backgrounds. Only 40% of them can read at grade level when they come into our program. Only 28% can do math at grade level. But after 3 years in a school that doesn't have the public school bureaucracy, and it has higher standards, better curriculum, and higher expectations, these same children, after just 3 years, 96% of them are at or above grade level in reading, and 81% are at or above grade level in math. The same kids we were told couldn't be educated. Now, I took this to the legislature and started calling on sitting members, and I got a very, very, very bad response in my mind. When I asked them if we could do this because we were educating students at twice the rate the public schools were, at half the price, I was told they wouldn't do it because we were taking on the teachers' unions, and the teachers' unions wouldn't help them be reelected. Or their public school district was their largest employer in their counties, and they wouldn't go up against them. So these people were thinking like politicians, thinking about getting reelected and not thinking about the kids. Even when I pointed out that a third of these kids drop out before they graduate in their own districts. And of those that graduate, 60% of them can't read or do math at grade level. And we're educating 1 out of 4 of our kids well enough to enter the workforce or enter college without additional help, and we're spending $12,300 a year to do it, but we're only educating 1 out of 4. How in the world is that a good investment a good return on our investment in the public education sphere? Especially when there are alternatives like parental choice, where you can move kids from one district to another, or one school to another if your child isn't doing well, or public charter schools, which allow, which when they're well designed, catch the kids that have fallen the farthest behind in math and science and reading. If we have options like that available to us, we can become a better state. But the truth is, we don't have the courage in our House, in our Senate, or in our governor's office right now to get that done. We need to cut loose the free market in our public school systems and allow parental choice to the highest degree possible so our kids can start becoming educated and can prosper and compete against every nation in this world. If we do not do it, we will continue to grow our dependency state. We will continue to grow people that need government assistance. And we need to start now. Let me tell you, folks, this is a 1776 moment for our state. This is a time when a revolution in 1776 happened. It wasn't a bunch of kids that took to the street and set bonfires and camped out and raised Cain until things changed. In 1776, middle-aged people stood up and said, there's a better way to live. It's called a free America. And we need to do the same thing in this state. It's time to stand up and say there's a better way to live in Kentucky. There's a more free and more prosperous way to live in Kentucky, and it needs to happen now. Please look at our website. It's philmoffett.com. We have a place for you to sign up and volunteer and donate to our cause. This is the best time, folks, and the only time. If we don't get in front of the problems that we have in Frankfort today, we may never get the opportunity to do it again. Thank you, and God bless.